Hi everyone, it's me, Ken again, with another look at my collection. This time it's one of the best decade of the 1970s. This is progressive rock classics. So this is 10 of my, what I feel are fundamental, if you love progressive rock, or prog as it's called now. Just a couple of thoughts. If you like what you see, subscribe. Any comments are gratefully accepted. And without further ado, we'll push on. Before that, progressive rock in the 70s, when I started buying records, sort of included bands like Deep Purple. There was not many genres in the racks and stuff. So progressive rock covered anything that was even mildly progressive or just forward thinking. So without further ado, we'll push on. Starting off with a surefire classic. This is Evans Lake and Palmer. This is Brain Salad Surgery. Fantastic record sleeve, which has stood the test of time, thankfully. From my early collecting days, I always kept all my albums in polythene sleeves. I think they were plastic originally. When I sort of started collecting seriously again, I switched to PVC stuff, polythene, stuff, and I'm always thankful of that because most of mine have survived. The ones I have managed to hold on to through my purge in the 90s or 80s or whatever it was, late 80s, early 90s. I gave most of them away or sold them or whatever. Regrettably, I've managed to get a lot of them back now. This is one of them. This is Emerson Lake and Palmer Brain Salad Surgery. Next up is what I think is the ultimate progressive rock classic. It's yes, it's Close to the Edge. This is perfect as far as I'm concerned. This is the number one for me. Not that I'm ranking these anyway. I'm doing 10 and a few bubbling unders, as I usually do in my best decade videos. But this is the number one, if there was a number one. Close to the Edge, yes. The classic lineup of John Anderson, Bill Bruford, Steve Howe, Chris Squire and Rick Wakeman. The wizard Rick Wakeman on keyboards. So there you go. So that's two down. Next up is their contemporaries, Genesis. This is The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. I wasn't a big fan of this at the time when I bought it, but it's grown on me. It's still not one of my complete favourites. I got to be in the right mood to listen to it. It is a fantastic album. And of course, Peter Gabriel's last album with the band. So that's Genesis, The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. Next up, this may be a little bit of a surprise. Wish You Were Here, Pink Floyd. This is not my original, as you can tell, it's still in its black. When originally I ripped all that off when I was a lad. This is a repurchase to replace a lost one. This is a fantastic album as well. Maybe my number two, I don't know, on another day. With these, a lot of these interchange themselves for me. This is Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here, with a fantastic outshine on You Crazy Diamond. Next up is Supertramp, Crime of the Century. Some people say, well, they're not very prog, but I class them as prog pop if we're going to go with perhaps with that sort of title. They'd find a few hit singles. This is the track itself, Crime of the Century, stands up really well. Most of their work does now, I find. I do listen to them quite a lot. So this is Supertramp, Crime of the Century. We're about halfway through now with a 10. Another Pink Floyd one, an obvious choice. I did think about leaving it out, but I couldn't really. Dark Side of the Moon. For me, the number one album that's ever been made. When all is said and done, there's a few other like Sgt. Pepper's and stuff that are iconic. And this definitely is. It's still listen to it. It still sounds fantastic. This is Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. No more to be said about that, really. King Crimson are up next. One of the founding architects of progressive rock. This is Red. John Wetton sings on this one. What a fantastic miss. He's missed me. What a fantastic vocalist and bass player he was. and he's missed greatly, and I love all the work he's done. It's King Crimson, Starless. It's a fantastic track on here. This is Red, King Crimson. Number 9 in my 10 of what I'm calling classics, Thick as a Brick, Jeff Hotel. This is a giant, really, of an album. It's one piece of music, really, that there was split into squares for the vinyl, and this is iconic sort of sleeve as well, a paper that folds out and everything. This is my original, so this did survive, and it's in pretty good tip because it's paper, so it gets grubby quite easily, this sort of covers. Jet Hotel, Thick as a Brick. And last is Rush, Farewell to Kings, because my favourite track of all time is on here, Xanadu. It's not the best version of that Xanadu, that's on the Exit Stage Left. The video of it is fantastic. So that's Rush. That's the 10. Sorry, that's not 10. I missed 2 off. I'm also thinking like, might have been 10, I'm not counting now anyway, with Giant. Octopus, I haven't got the vinyl. This is the Reed Deluxe with the Blu-ray and etc. etc. Stephen Wilson remix and all that. It's one of those albums I got to be in the right mood to play as well. Fantastic cover by, I do believe it's Roger Dean. Might be wrong there though. And also Aqualung. I haven't got the vinyl of that, so I haven't replaced that yet. This is the fantastic box set, full CDs and Blu-ray version. What a great song that is as well. So there was sort of bubbling unders. Awkward, Warrior on the Edge of Time. This is a cracking album. My favourite track of theirs is Assault and Battery on the Golden Void, which opens up the album. Great sleeve as well, fantastic sleeve, and a great album as well. Next up is another Rush album, 2112. What can you say about this? There's a sidelong opus on it. It was a make or break album. They probably feel a bit embarrassed about that now, I wouldn't have thought. There's Neil Peart there, God rest his soul. Sadly missed as well. We're losing all our idols one by one. This is Rush 2112. So that on another day that might have crept into the top 10. Another Genesis album, Selling England by the Pound. This I play more than Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, but I think Lamb had the edge just because of the magnitude of it and the way it fits into the catalogue. This is Peter Gabriel, of course, Dancing with the Moonlight Night. So many great tracks on there. And finally, another Yes album, Fragile. Great cover again by Roger Dean. Fantastic sleeve. Great album. Iconic. And brilliant as well. So that's when we look at rock, what I think is the progressive rock classics of the 1970s. This has been the best decades, the 1970s. I hope you enjoyed that. As I said, subscribe if you like what you see, and leave any comments. Put what you think is your top 10 of progressive rock in the 1970s. I'll see you again soon.